You're right, folks, it's Boston, and welcome to the free game of the week. This week's game is You Have 10 Seconds To. Now, as always, it's a free game. This one's available on Steam. It is the sequel to You Have 10 Seconds. I've got to admit, I haven't played the original. I'd never even heard of the game creators, which I believe is pronounced Tematian Games. As you can see from the screen, the basic gist of it is you've got a little puzzle level, you're a little cube, and throughout the course of the game you unlock new abilities which help you get through the levels. The reason I think that this is the free game that you need to play this week: if you really liked Super Meat Boy. Now, I was an absolute addict with Super Meat Boy. I bought the PC version, the 360 version, the PS4 version. I 107%ed it on the 360. Unfortunately, with the PS4 version, I couldn't because they changed the music, and the music was one of the really good things about Super Meat Boy. But anyway, I digress. The main objective of the game is that you've got 10 seconds to complete each level without dying. Each level is part of many in each zone. Each zone has a theme. As you can complete one set of levels in a zone, you unlock a new zone. Now, the game features that are included in this compared to the original, according to the Tematian Games website, which I'll leave a link in the description for, is it's got over 100 new levels, character customization, which admittedly is just changing the colour of your character, an in-game level editor, which I didn't play around with aside from doing that, which, you know, wouldn't make for a very good level. It's got 13 new original tracks, which I presume is the music, although I did have it turned down when I played it, which is a shame. It supports a gamepad, but I used my keyboard. It was strange using the arrow keys instead of WAS and D, but you did get used to it. It's got improved physics and gameplay compared to the original, but I can't attest to that because I didn't play the original. And it's got new game mechanics, as in the various different things that you acquire throughout playing the game to make the levels easier, or to get through aspects of the levels that you couldn't get through before you had the item. I think the main reason for downloading this game and playing it is that it is so casual, but at the same time infuriatingly addictive. So you could... I played it in one sitting. I completed it in one sitting in about 58 minutes. But you could quite easily do a zone every night if you're not particularly good at these punishing, ridiculously hard platformer games in the same vein as Super Meat Boy. Then yeah, it can take you a night or two to do a zone. I obviously haven't played Super Meat Boy so much. I'm alright at these games, although there was one particular level that I spent at least 20 minutes playing, which was infuriating. These types of games are hugely underrated. Hugely underrated. People need to spend more time playing casual but addictive games that aren't phone-based pay-to-win games like Farmville and Candy Crush and stuff like that. These games deserve attention. These games deserve to be played instead of those games, by far, because these games, it takes a lot to get the physics right for these games. To make it so that there is only one or two ways that you can make that jump, and it really tests the physics in the game, that is hard to do. You only have to look at AAA games that did the same thing with physics, like Portal and Portal 2. It took them so long to make those games, and they were so short, but they had to get the physics right on point so that it was the hardest it could possibly be with the least amount of solutions. And so the level of work that goes into these games, I don't feel ever gets rewarded in the amount of people who play and praise those games. I think the 58 minutes that I did play the game, I think were well spent. I absolutely adore this game. And as I say, it's a casual game. You just can't ask for much more. As an adult, with a family life to attend to, with work, I've got 2 kids who beg for attention constantly. I have a wife. Admittedly, she is a gamer, so it is much easier for me. But for people who don't have as much free time as some of us to play games, these are the kind of games you want to get on your PC. Just a game to shut off for a while, play, get immersed in. And if you want something to bide your time until the next AAA title that you're interested in, these are the types of games that are for you. This is the whole reason why I'm doing this series every week, is to provide you with those games that are free to play, so you can save your money for that amazing AAA title that's coming out in a month, or 2 months, or 3 months, or next year. These games will keep you entertained for 7 days if you don't blitz it like I did, admittedly. But I probably would go back and play through the game again to see if I could get a better time on each of the zones. Well, anyway, I've said more than enough about this game, but I implore you to go out there, download it on Steam, and play it to your heart's content. Give the guys a thumbs up on Steam. Give them a positive review. Take it easy, guys. Laters.